a Stanley ratchet, a brand new one, 2018, and I just wanted to make a video taking it apart because it's got a surprise inside of it. It's got plastic internals, and I think this is probably the only ratchet I've ever seen that has plastic inside of it. So let's pop this open and I guess take a gander. Yeah, so this ratchet just comes apart with two T10 torque screws there on the top, and you can see it's all shiny and whatnot. And there's the part number, and it's made out of CRV as well. Featured in many of the greatest hits, $1 socket sets from your favorite stores. Not a great material, but there it is. This also has the push button quick disconnect pin you see here. You push button on the end of it. That's a thing. Ridiculous. But this is the ratchet inside here, and you can see this is a big piece. That's all together, and there's your, whatever that's called. But the fucking plastic. So this is everything taken apart. You can see just lots of little stupid parts, like this thing here just kind of, you'll have to, So the way this works, this piece here, what it does, when it's set into forward or reverse, either way, it wedges into this corner here, and it keeps that ratchet from free spinning. And when it's got the spring inside of it, it pulls this back so it ratchets. It doesn't have any pressure when it's in the direction it's supposed to go. See, it slides back a little bit. But what it does when you turn the damn thing, it wedges in. It's probably fairly strong, but the problem is this stupid piece of plastic. That's your direction change, and it holds everything. If you hit it with a hammer, you can crack that plastic and just ruin the ratchet, and then it's just seized right up and you'll never be able to use it. So I mean, if you want to warranty a ratchet every 15 minutes, I guess that's the way to do it. But you see the way it does work though, when this twists, it wedges in on the body of the frame. And it seems like it would probably provide a fairly, ambitious bite. I don't know though. You'd have to test it and see how it does. But I guarantee you, this will out-strengthen this thing. The big problem with these push button, bits, you take out, this massive area inside of it, and that's just drilled straight through. It's a gigantic hole. And, that's a lot of surface area to take out of, a chunk of metal. And as far as the plastic piece doesn't really, it doesn't take any pressure. All it does is go forward and backward. And you see these ball bearings, this is where this sits on the face, and that's your D10 for snapping the selector into, positive and reverse. But it's plastic. So overall, lots of little tiny stuff. This does not have the two tiny teeth like a Snap-on or a Harbor Freight fine tooth ratchet. This is a little bit different design, and I think this may be stronger than the two-tine thing on a Harbor Freight ratchet or Snap-on. Those have two little teeth that kind of sit like this, and one will engage in forward and one will engage in reverse, and it really is, it's like the width of this bit. And they, that's what rides in these teeth and, grabs. They're not great, that's what they are in the 1/4-inch ratchets, but I don't know. You can see the spring rides in this path here, and when you put pressure on this from this direction, I don't know if that's called the pawl or not, because this is a different kind of ratchet, but that will push back, so it gives you slack in there, and you see it will rotate from that direction. But then when you rotate it the engagement direction, you see it wedges itself into the corner of the body, and that's where all the power in this mechanism comes from, is wedge into that. And then from the back of the ratchet you can see the push button, quick eject escape handle here, and that's pretty much it. I mean, the ratchets, it is what it is. I don't know, it's a very cheap ratchet. I mean, this in a 1/2 inch was like $10. It really wasn't a big investment. So that's it for the Stanley 1/2 inch ratchet. I've got a bunch of other ratchets laying around. I'm going to make more videos taking them apart because it's just, it's really interesting to look at how differently they're all designed. And, there's no other way to do that. I mean, you can't just go on their website and find, their inside schematics or anything. They don't tell you that. So this is the only way anybody's ever going to see the insides of these before you buy one or something. So it's just kind of interesting, how differently they're all made, and some of the issues they have, and some of the, the other things they do well. So that's about it. All right, bye.